as I prepare to ask Christine to put her thoughts together and reflect on these things, one has our cowardice, has the media cowardice increased or reduced? Are there any lessons we have learned from 2007 that we are going to do differently? As we are also getting into this election, what is it that we are privileging in terms of what we are showing in the media?
Even as a journalist, I come from somewhere. I belong to a certain ethnic group. My worldview has been shaped by all of that. Where I come from, the ethnic group I belong to. And I find it difficult, coming out of a classroom as a student, to divorce myself from all of that, walking into a newsroom where I am expected to be free, fair, impartial, objective, if you like, tribeless. It may be possible, but again, is it? So I view the world as a journalist from ethnic lenses. Sometimes intentional, sometimes without even knowing, sometimes not even conscious about it. Nonetheless, I admit that I do, because that is how I see the story. That is how I present the story. It even dominates how the angle of the picture that I take. So when we talk about those ethnic lenses, they dominate newsrooms. They dominate those who sit in those newsrooms. That is a fact that we must accept. So I want to probably ask ourselves, do we have the capacity as the media to rise above all of that socialization, that identity, to report responsibly? Sometimes it may not even be that I come from somewhere, I belong to a certain ethnic group. It's probably yourselves. You, the audience, what are you expecting from me? If I was writing for a newspaper, and I know my name will appear, I know you know, and you can admit it sometimes, that you turn the page to read an article by so-and-so, not what so-and-so writes about. It is the article about this, but written by this particular or this specific journalist. So are you reading it because they discuss issues objectively? Are you reading it because they come from a group you can identify with? There's all of those dynamics that come to play. So there are times when expectations from the audiences, from the people we write for, the people we take pictures to, the people we write information for, clouds how that story comes out. And we may never tell you, but here I am telling you. If then our audiences are conditioning our stories, have we failed? Or have we ignored finding a different way of influencing them so that when they condition us in our stories, we remain objective? Dr. Rigera talked about a particle. My example is probably more graphic. Back in the day when I was in a certain class in high school, we had 2 frogs. We boiled water and threw one inside. It died immediately. The other one, we put it in cold water and put the Bunsen burner underneath. It didn't die immediately. It acclimatized for a while until it became too much. Then the frog died. So which of the 2 frogs are we? We as the media, sometimes we are operating like the frog that went into cold water, whose temperature was raised gradually but consistently. That's probably the result that you saw towards the end of 2007 and at the beginning of 2008. We say that the media reflects the society that it operates in. Sure. Is that reflection really accurate? When we talk about the media showing or writing about the society they're in, is that you? When we write, when you pick up a newspaper or you watch television or listen to radio, does that reflect you? Because here I am, I cannot generate a story in my head. I have to talk about the society that I'm reporting. So who is that you're looking at? Who is that you're reading about? You ask yourself the question. And if then what we are writing is reflecting society, are you doing anything to change what you see? If you look at a lady, when she wakes up in the morning, there has been a story told that her hair is all over. It's facing this way. But when she goes to the mirror, she puts it in some order. Why? Because she has seen that reflection of herself. So then, whose duty is it to correct that image? Is it ours as the media? Or is our duty to show you, to hold the mirror up to you as our consumer, to correct the image so that then it can be a little positive? I keep wondering about the media of the question of trust in as far as the media goes. When I sit down to write a story, I am writing hoping that you trust what I am saying to be true. Because if I have done my job and done it well, then I am telling the truth. I am being objective, I am being fair, I am being tribeless. Am I reporting to a tribeless society? Am I reporting about a tribeless society? Regardless. When does the tribeness or the ethnicity end? When does it fade out? Is it in elections? Is it in politics? Is it in a water project? When does that ethnicity end? And when do we pick it up and smear ourselves all over with it and say, I am this? And like the young generation will say, utalu. I sit here and I stand accused for denying my audience the opportunity to audit me. Half the time, we get feedback and we decide, we are in a position of power. And in very few occasions do we begin to adapt to the kind of feedback that we get from audiences. Sure, we may have set ourselves up by conditioning them to a certain dose. When we change the dose, we are expecting either our sales will go down, or we are expecting that our listenership, our audience numbers will go down. Therefore, we are out of business. We are not a charity. But that notwithstanding, it goes with the responsibility. You need to claim your power to actually influence us, as opposed to us influencing you 100%. In the last 4 years, I have been watching and trying to find where the media has positioned itself. I say 4 years with regard to the elections. How have the media positioned themselves? Right now, there is a lot of discussion of what can we do, what can we do. Soon after the handshake of February 2008, we sat back and said it's okay now. And we carried on as usual, whereas it shouldn't have been as usual. What we are doing in the newsrooms and in the media houses now, we probably needed to have done it 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011. But we got busy doing what we do, churning out information and news. Accurate and fair, with ethnic ethnic overtones without them. I'm not sure we were operating under fear. Probably we were operating under an effort for self-preservation. So here we are. The election is looking at us straight in the face as the media. I really don't know what to expect of you. I don't know what to expect me, as a writer, as a journalist, to feed you. What are your needs for information? Honestly, what are they? I choose to end there.